Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. Ka amahara kamsumarimasu, kamuro gi kamuro mino mikoto mochite, sumemi oya kamu izanagi no ikoto, tsukushi no imuka no tachi hanano, odono ahagi harani, misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru, harai dono o kami tachi, moro moro no magakuton tsumi gegare o harai tamae kiyome tamae toma osukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame no fuchi koma no mimi furitate kiko shimese to Kashigomi mo maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamai Saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae Saki hae tamae Oshie miyo yanushi no kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyo yanushi no kami, mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life.
In accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
And Meishu-sama bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. I have been blessed, lost for a long time. I wander in search of truth. I am happy now, awakens to the radiant light of God. Happiness was nothing more than a dream. I can see it clearly now, right in front of my own eyes. I can only cry with joy. Before I even realize it, my life changed from darkness to bright. Once I had been awakened to by God's radiant light. Human sickness, conflict, and poverty are all caused by our deviation from truth. God intended that we should live under ideal conditions, and these will be established when humanity attunes itself to the laws of nature. The resulting society will be one of beauty and virtue, and all will live in a state of ultimate happiness. This is the true picture of what we call a paradise on earth. The ultimate goal of humanity is the establishment of paradise on earth, and the realization of truth is the sole path to this goal. This is the essential mission of our work to show the way to truth in order for each person to fulfill his or her divine purpose.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. And also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. And I would like to ask you to continue praying for the Florida residents, for the victims of the Hurricane Ian. Those prayers will be very important for their safety and protection. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Thomas Schneemarkers. He's from the Villa Mariana Johrei Center in São Paulo. Thomas is 28 years old, and he has been a Johrei member for 9 years. He's currently responsible for home gardening activities at his Johrei Center. As a child, he planted tomato and chayote seeds in the flower beds of his maternal grandmother's home. After a week, the germination phase began, and in 3 months, flowering and fruiting. It was a wonderful thing for him to see as a child. Consequently, Thomas developed a great love for nature and affinity with nature farming, although he was unaware of its principles. 2012, when he was a high school sophomore, Thomas began experiencing anxiety attacks with shortness of breath and the sensation he was dying. Thomas' parents took him to a psychiatrist who diagnosed depression and panic disorder. With prescribed medications, he had an improvement in his condition. However, the drugs caused side effects, such as drowsiness. After a few months, they had repercussions on the decrease of his school performance. Permanence of this situation caused emotional imbalance in his family that culminated in a series of conflicts. Very concerned about this situation, in September of 2012, his aunt, who is a Johrei member, guided him and his mother to a Johrei center near their home. They received Johrei and talked to the minister, who advised them to receive Johrei assiduously. Consequently, they began attending the Johrei center at least 3 times a week. Each time they returned home with a sense of relief, as Johrei provided them with well-being, with the addition that the atmosphere at the center was very welcoming. On one occasion, he shared with the minister his connection with nature, who in turn invited him to set up a vegetable garden at the center. He accepted the invitation, He became very excited about the opportunity to give service. Tomás was helped by some members to gather the required materials and get the project started. Tomás joined our faith in November of 2012. With the constant practice of channeling and receiving Johrei and church dedications, his panic syndrome and depression have considerably decreased, and little by little, he was able to free himself from medications. 2015, he enrolled in an agronomic engineering course with a 60% discount scholarship. After graduating, he was awarded a great job in this field. Currently, he no longer has symptoms of depression or panic attacks. His family rebalanced and living together at home were once again filled with harmony. Tomás is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for allowing him to dedicate himself to the divine work, which gave him a happier and healthier life and awakened him to his career, through which he can serve in the column of salvation nature farming and spread it to a large number of people. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this faith experience. Wish you a very safe, a very blessed evening.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed evening.